cough drop or some throat lozenges. Hey guys, it's me, Navi, and welcome back to my channel. And of course, if you're new here, welcome baby. So Halloween is literally right around the corner. And here lately, I've been finding myself watching a lot of scary TikToks with scary stories, paranormal activity, that kind of jizz. So for today's video, I thought, why don't we watch them together? Because you know how I like doing things with you guys. So yeah, we're gonna be reacting to scary TikToks. Not much to explain there, so let's just... Haha! I scared you. Now you have to like and subscribe. Do it right now. Do it right now. Come on, give me my clout. I scared you. I scared you. It's only fair. It's only fair. Oh, I didn't scare you? Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Okay. I will though. This will scare you. This will scare you. One of the pages that I've been scrolling through a lot here recently is called Mr. Ballin. He tells a lot of scary stories, so I figured why don't we go through his page first. This is his page. If you guys want to follow him on your own time and go watch some scary videos as well. And let us not forget. How can we forget? I'm a TikToker now, so I don't make many videos on there the way I post on here, but I mean, like, if y'all want me to, I could look into it. It's no big deal. I mean, I can. Okay, I'm done self-promoting. Let's get spooky.
Ever wonder what would happen if you stopped sleeping? During World War II, the Russians wanted to find a way to keep their soldiers awake longer. So they came up with this awful experiment where they took prisoners of war, put them in a gas chamber, and then exposed them to experimental drugs to see how long they could keep them awake.
Excuse me? World War I and World War II scares me because literally, look at those masks.
Initially, the drug seemed great. The first 4 days, the subjects were agitated, but were normal. By day 5...
That's not normal!
They stopped interacting with each other and began acting extremely paranoid. On day 9, one of the subjects screamed for so long that he tore his vocal cord. On day 14, they started eating themselves. When they turned off the gas on day 15, all of the subjects began screaming in pain, begging for them to turn the gas back on. When they didn't, they all fell asleep and died. Moral of the story, don't sleep on the first floor. In 2014...
Oh, never mind. This is the 3rd floor.
A young woman woke up to strange noises coming from under her bed. When she finally worked up the courage to look, there was nothing there. The next morning when she got up, there were footprints leading right up to the sliding door that went right into her room. She instantly calls her dad, who comes over and traces the footsteps back to a house of a very troubled teen who admitted to spying on her. But he swore up and down he hadn't done that in weeks. They don't believe him, and they threaten to call the police if they ever see him on the property again. That night, the girl's on her phone in bed when she starts to hear the strange sounds again.
That breathing gives me anxiety. What the? Wait, hold on.
You only have about 13 minutes from the warning to the arrival of a tornado. Keep that in mind as you watch this. In 2017, a woman living in Oklahoma heard the eerie tornado siren going off outside her car, and she started filming. Instead of stopping at a nearby shelter, she decides to gun it home because she's only 10 minutes away. But by the time she was about to turn onto her street, the sky had turned totally black, and she started to panic that she wasn't going to get home in time.
Yeah, that's not good.
She finally makes it to her parking garage that's now totally pitch black, and she starts running for her door, and as she's running, she's filming.
Oh, I did not see that coming. I did not expect that coming.
If you ever find yourself in this situation, don't do what she did. In 2006, a group of cave divers decided they wanted to film a documentary in one of the most dangerous caves in the world. But only a few hours into their descent, and a freak storm erupts on land, collapsing the entrance to the cave. In order to avoid the huge falling rocks that were coming off the ceiling, they were forced to swim through one of the uncharted sections of the cave. After they've been diving...
See, they kill me with that. They were forced. No, honey, no. I feel like they chose to do that because you're not forced to do anything. You knew You knew.
For over an hour, they luckily come across this island in the middle of a tunnel where they set up camp and wait to be rescued. After 48 hours and no sign of a rescue, the cameraman actually starts filming in case they don't make it out of there. At the same time, one of their crew members does something very stupid.
So, like, what was that? What was that? What was that? I need answers. Hold on. What is that? What is that? You know what? We just gonna keep going. We just gonna keep going.
Remember, your Amazon Alexa is always listening. In 2018, a girl named Alexa came home to her apartment to find her creepy stalker landlord in her kitchen. She screams and threatens to call the cops, and he just smiles and says, "I was just checking in on you," and leaves. Feeling totally sketched out, she...
This is why you lock your door away. It's the landlord, so he most likely has a key.
She spends the next few hours down the hall in her friend's apartment before finally going back to her room to go to bed. That night, she woke up to her Amazon Alexa responding to someone in the room. It said, "I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you. Did you say I'm watching you?" The girl instantly turns on her lights and looks around, but no one's there. So she unplugs Alexa and is about to go back to sleep when she hears what sounds like a man grunting in her closet. As she's staring at her closet, her Alexa turns back on.
That one wasn't as scary because I kind of expected that.
This is why you should never take walks alone at night. In 2007, a girl was on a late night walk when she...
That is exactly how I used to come up the stairs when I was little.
Looked at the end of the road and saw the silhouette of a man moving around very strangely. It was like he was doing the waltz, but he was moving towards her. So she was sketched out across the road.
I'm unnervy by the way he moving like that.
After a couple minutes, she turned around to see what he was doing, and he was right across the street from her, now staring up into the sky with a huge grin on his face. Now totally creeped out, she turns around and walks about a half block before checking again, and to her, he's now crouched down.
Where's his eyes? Where are his eyes? Where are his eyes?
But
Oh.
luckily, he's...
Okay, never mind. He has eyes. It's okay.
Stands up, turns around, and kind of hobbles away. And then she notices something. The man had turned around and was now sprinting directly towards her. She runs to safety and now just hopes she never has to see that smiling man again. This sounds totally made up until you listen to the police report. In the early 90s, a teenage girl started to see these shadowy figures that would come into a room at night and crawl all around her room and even grab at her legs. At the same time, her health began to rapidly deteriorate, which ultimately led to her death, which doctors never understood. A few days after her death, her sister woke up to a whistling sound and saw a creature crawling around her room with no face. The same night, her mom was ripped out of bed by someone. The father calls the police, who come over, they search the house, they don't find anything, it's all quiet. As they're about to leave, they hear something. Horrifying screams coming out of the bedroom. They run inside, no one's in there, but there are these huge gashes on the wall that were not there before. The police get out of there. In the police report that was filed immediately after this house call, the chief inspector and the 3 officers that were there that night swear they saw and heard the same things as the family, which means the police officially believed that the house was haunted.
I wonder if they ever made a movie about the story. If not, they should. Alright, that's enough of that page. Now I'm gonna go to a different one. So this guy is called Jack Neal. I haven't watched any of his videos, so this is gonna be a first for both of us, or maybe just me if you've already seen his videos before.
This is the story of the haunting exorcisms of Anneliese Michel. In 1968, when she was just 17 years old, a German girl named Anneliese Michel started experiencing devilish hallucinations and a voice telling her that she was damned to hell. Her mother first became concerned when she witnessed Anneliese staring furiously at a statue of the Virgin Mary with her eyes turned jet black and her hands seemed to turn into thick paws with claws. She also started doing extremely disturbing things, such as licking her own urine off the floor, eating flies and spiders, and exhibiting signs of superhuman strength. A priest named Father Wren soon began performing exorcisms on her, and the following clips are from recordings of these exorcisms.
cough drop or some throat lozenges.
Disturbing audio recordings that'll make your skin crawl, Part 1. American bear enthusiast Timothy Treadwell spent 13 summers living with grizzly bears until one day, him and his girlfriend were mauled to death by one. The following audio was from their final moments during the attack.
Hold on, so we're about to listen to a murder? I don't know if I'm okay with this. Do y'all want to listen to it? Okay, I'll listen to it. Oh, that sounds painful. That sounds painful. That sounds painful. I'm gonna try to keep going. I'm gonna try to keep going. Oh my god.
In Russia in 2012.
Oh my god. I can't. I cannot. I can no longer. I can no longer.
Horrifying websites on the internet that you should never visit, Part 1. GoodbyeWarden.com gives the last words of 565 Texas inmates who were executed on death row.
Oh, that's
Some
sad.
of the statements are absolutely gut-wrenching, with many asking someone to take care of their children when they're gone, and others insisting upon their innocence. DeathDate.info is a dark, morbid site that asks you to enter your name, age, weight, and height before spitting out the exact date that it thinks you're going to die. The site also provides you with 3 words that it says will be related to your death in some way. PlaneCrashInfo.com has an extensive database filled with recordings, pictures, and transcripts of the final moments of a plane crashing. And MidnightInTheDesert.com has unedited footage of the 67 exorcisms of Annalisa Michel. And trust me, her demonic screams will haunt your nightmares.
Watch me go to all them websites after I finish recording this video.
This is the haunting story of Jeff the Killer. Jeff was a young boy who moved into a new home
I want to know why he's staring at me like that.
with his family. One day, 3 teenage boys decided to attack Jeff and his brother, but Jeff managed to fight them off, leaving them in the streets with broken wrists and knife wounds. Unfortunately, after the incident, Jeff realized that he genuinely enjoyed inflicting pain and suffering on others. Later that night, Jeff's mother began to hear a strange noise coming from the bathroom of their house. It sounded like someone was crying. When she entered the room, she found Jeff carving a permanent smile into his cheeks, and she also realized that he had cut off his eyelids so he wouldn't have to sleep. Jeff's final words to his mother were, "Mom, you lied," after which he murdered his entire family and disappeared into the night. He was never seen again, but legend has it, he's looking for his next victim.
It's a little, the energy that we've created in this room is a little unnerving. Those are all the scary videos that I could find for now. If I can find any more and you guys want a part 2 to this video, please let me know in the comments down below. Thank you guys so much for watching to the end of this video. If you made it to the end, that is, without getting too scared and clicking off. And also don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel if you like this video, because it really helps your girl out. And of course, don't forget to check out some of my other videos. I will see you guys next time with another video. Have a great morning / afternoon / evening / whatever time you watch this, and I thank you for doing so. Bye bye.